Hiya, so I'm doing a video about my braces journey and teeth extractions, impacted teeth, all that sort of stuff. So this happened about 3 years ago. Well, it all started about 3 years ago. Still got my braces on, as you can see. Um, when I'm talking about things like this is personal experience. So obviously I'm saying, like, I have really bad teeth. I appreciate people will have worse teeth than me, will have different, like, experiences with it. So just, like, appreciate that this is just, like, personally, I found that my teeth were very different to anybody else's that I'd seen online with what I've had done, and I didn't really see things like this. Like, I never knew anybody else that had the same, like, process that I did. So that's what I mean when I say, like, I don't know, just everyone's had different experiences. This is just my personal experience and I want to share it. So yeah, I hope this helps people or anybody that, like, is interested or is going to have the same sort of thing done or doesn't know what to expect. I just want to help people, really.
These are my teeth before I've had any work done. As you can see, the front one, that's a baby tooth and an adult tooth, and that's the same on the other side as well. And then there's just another angle, basically.
Come out, I only had 2 baby teeth stuck in, but they needed to wait to see if they'd come out by themselves before they could start doing, like, the whole braces thing. So I went to the orthodontist. I was referred from my dentist because they waited until I was 16 to see if all my baby teeth would just come out by themselves, which they didn't. So I went to an orthodontist, had x-rays done, had them look inside my mouth, and they basically discovered that I had my two, like, teeth here, like your canines, were in the roof of my mouth. So they were like, they weren't going to come down by themselves. This one here, yeah, this one here was right in the centre of the roof of my mouth, so nowhere near where it's supposed to be. And then the one on this side was just really pushed up here, and you could sort of, like, feel it in the gum, but it wasn't going to come down by itself. So I got referred to a specialist in Bristol, and then they had the whole thing again. Like, they looked at my teeth, did another x-ray, did loads of pictures, and decided what they wanted to do. On the left, you can faintly see the one that's right in the roof of my mouth. That's because it's so high up that the x-ray can barely see it. And the one on the right is the one that's more sort of closer to the skin. So there's 2 pictures here from Google, because I'm about to talk about what they had to do, so you can sort of visually see it rather than me just talk about it. So they decided that what they would need to do is I basically need to have an operation to have, like, the bone of my what's it called, like, my jaw, I don't know, there's like a bone up here. They needed to drill that out the way and cut away, like, a big chunk of skin so that this tooth was exposed, and the same with this one. But obviously I still had other baby teeth. So I had this operation. I think in total I had 7 teeth taken out. So the 2 up here are an adult tooth and a baby tooth. Adult tooth, baby tooth. So then they took out 2 there, 2 there, 1 there, 1 there. 6 in total, not 7. I've had 7 taken out in total. I think that's why. I've also had 1 taken out at the front, but I'll get to that later on. So basically, I didn't have to wait long for that operation because I just got lucky, basically. I don't know how long the wait times are nowadays. So I was put to sleep. It wasn't like a numbing thing. I was put to sleep, completely out of it. And they basically took those teeth out, and then when I came out of the operation, I had clip-in teeth, which you'll see pictures. I'm going to edit in the pictures. I'm added in pictures of me in hospital. As you can see, my mouth is very swollen. I was out of it at this point, to be honest. I'd been under anaesthetic, so I was tired. And then here is the clip-in teeth. So that covered the roof of my mouth. You can see, like, sort of where they've cut it open. That's the 2 at the bottom they took out and left to heal. And then here's another picture of it. So this was me recording after the operation. You can sort of see my mouth's really sore. It's got blood all over it. You can see the holes down there. I couldn't really show the upper teeth because it was so sore. But you can sort of see where they've put the fake teeth in to cover it up, basically. I had clip-in teeth, so that, because I basically needed the roof of my mouth on this side to heal because it was such an open gap. It was like that big. It was just like a hole in the middle of my mouth. So this clip-in, which I'll find a picture of, would go in and it would have, like, fake teeth on it, so I didn't have as big of a gap. and then down here was just left to heal. So I had to deal with that for like, I think it was 2 months. So I did some more research because it has been a while since. So what I had was called a buried or impacted upper canine. So it basically means it's a canine that has just got stuck up there and it's not going to come down by itself. And the only way to get it down is by surgery. So I wrote down some dates. So it was May 2023 that I had my teeth removed in the operation. I first saw the orthodontist in, I think it was January. So obviously, because I went and saw a normal orthodontist January, they couldn't help me, so I got referred on.
This is my referral letter, I don't know why it's cut me off.
Bristol, which is more of a wait time, so I think I saw them around like March, and then I got the operation in May. I've realised now that I'm recording it, I've missed quite a few bits out. So, after the operation, it took a good month to properly like stop hurting. So I was on a liquid diet, like soup, smoothies, ice cream, that sort of thing. No smoking, no vaping, no drinking alcohol, I think, as well, just because I needed to really like help it heal. So that was painful. Then July, I had a bottom brace put on because I had a tooth stuck here. So they put a bottom brace basically with this like grey bar to try and move my teeth out that way so this middle tooth could fit in. Because my orthodontist sort of hoped that he wouldn't have to take that one out. So he did that for a while, and then it got to October, the tooth hadn't moved at all, and this was the ugliest thing. Like, I hated it. And I felt like everyone noticed. People probably did, but no one, like, I never had anyone say anything to me. And, like, it's hard at first, but you do just get past it. Like, I cried, I got upset, I didn't want to go to college, I didn't want to go to work. But you just have to push through it, because I think, like, there's nothing else you can do. Like, it's not your fault. People aren't going to see you, like, differently. Like, your friends and your colleagues and people at work, like, they're not going to see you differently because you haven't stuff done to your teeth. Like, it's completely out of your control. So don't let it stop what you're doing in life. Like, don't make yourself feel like, oh my god, like, I can't go out, all of this. You can, like, you just have to embrace it. And I know it's easier said than done. But, like, I went to festivals, I went to, like, nights out, loads of things. I did loads of stuff, and you just learn to speak in a different way. Like, I adapted the way I spoke so that I covered my bottom teeth, and obviously now I do it with my top teeth. But you just alternate between things like that. So that was July. I had the bottom brace only. Top teeth, I still had the clip-in teeth. And then in October, I had that tooth taken out. And that was just like through like a numbing cream. They just took it out. They weren't sure if they were going to be able to get it out because it was so close to the front of my mouth, and they were worried it would destroy the gum. So I had that taken out, which was fine. So yeah, I had the front bottom tooth taken out, and the gum was very sore at the front for a while, as you'll see in the pictures, but it straightened them out really quickly, which I was really glad about, because that was my main concern. I think before I had all this dentist treatment, my upper teeth looked fine because there wasn't anything visibly, like, they didn't look straight, but they weren't noticeable. But this front tooth has always been like protruding at the front, and I hated it. So that was probably the best thing, like, for me personally, that was out of the way, gone. And then it got to November, and I had to basically take out my fake teeth because the like gum had now properly healed, and the teeth needed to start coming down. But with the clip-in braces, it couldn't come down by itself. So I had to take them out, and that was hard. Like, I really struggled with that because I had huge gaps between, like, I literally only had my front two teeth, and I had these massive gaps on either side, which I hated. And then, so that was November. Okay, so I'm just putting these clips together, and I missed that between November and December, I had a wire put on my teeth, so bottom teeth and top teeth, and I had this tooth, which was attached to a chain being pulled in by the wire, and then this tooth, which was in the middle of the roof of my mouth, was left to, like, do its own thing, basically. But I'll put a picture here of how it looked. It got to December, and it was going to be my 18th birthday, and I was, like, really, like, I wanted to go out, do things, and I really hated these gaps, and I got an emergency appointment to basically talk to someone about it, because my orthodontist is a male, really nice guy, but I feel like, not to, like, he's more practical than anything, do you know what I mean? He's not overly concerned about looks, which I appreciate because that's not his problem in a way. But I managed to see a female orthodontist, and she said, okay, right, like, there's, it's your 18th birthday, like, there's no way you're going to feel confident going out like that. So she gave me fake teeth that would basically attach to the brace. So I had a brace up here, and she basically made these fake teeth all in the same day, which is pretty insane, and clipped them on to my braces for my birthday, which was really nice of her. So I had that, and then I had those until about March, which was quite good, really, because the teeth could still come through with those being in, which was good. And then I had to have them taken out in March so that the teeth could come down. But May is when, like, things really started moving. So this is May 2024, a whole year on, the teeth started to come down, which was really good. So over time, my teeth did start to come down.
Right, so you can see the left one comes down a lot quicker. They then attached the one on the right to a wire so they could pull it in closer. Kept pulling. As that one came closer in, it then started to pull the teeth apart, so they had to stop focusing on the left one and focus on pulling the right one down and pulling my teeth back together.
Yes, it's been painful, all of these things, but I think I had another phase which was quite frustrating because they were trying to pull this tooth over and it started to split my front two teeth, which have always stayed in the same place. It started to push them apart, like, like the London look, like that sort of gap, which is fine, but this tooth started to go like at an angle, so there was a gap and then this tooth was coming down. And I mean, my orthodontist said, it's just part of the process. I'm like, I know it's part of the process, but it's annoying when more things start to happen. And I have got frustrated over times. Like, it's not, I can talk about it now because my teeth are starting to look straight. Well, they are, but, they're still not perfect. But, like, it is frustrating. It's so challenging when you see, like, your friends having naturally straight teeth, or you see your friends getting braces, but you think, oh my God, like, your teeth are already straight. It's frustrating, but it's going to be worth it, and, like, ultimately I will have, hopefully, the straightest teeth. I hope. But now, as you can see, these teeth, I got bands to basically pull these teeth closer forward. The bands are probably the most painful thing I've had. Like, they just really pull your teeth and pull your whole, like, gum, like, your jaw hurts, but they do work really well. So, I mean, try and have them in every day. I don't, like, it's easier said than done because they do hurt. And then I found that I got a lot of, like, throughout my whole braces treatment, I had a lot of, like, mouth issues, such as, like, ulcers. Just, like, my gums would literally be, like, shredded because wires would poke into my gums. And one thing I'm going to say is if you're in pain, if your braces do not feel right, just get an emergency appointment. Like, say that you need to see them, because there are so many times where I've been like, oh no, it's probably normal. Like, it's just go and see them because they can sort it out for you. Like, you're having all this work done to your mouth that you should be in control of. If you're in a lot of pain or your wire's poking you, just get it done, get it snipped, sort it out. So talking about ways that you can adapt how you speak. So when I had the tooth at the front here, I really did change the way I spoke. So, like, I can't do it now. It's you literally just do it subconsciously. Like, I never consciously looked in the mirror and trained myself how to talk with covering that. But I think you just learn to. I don't really understand how you do it. And now I've done it with my upper teeth, because when I had those huge gaps once my fake teeth were out, like, I did just learn to talk covering these teeth, and people would be like, oh, your teeth aren't that bad, and I'm like, that's because I changed the way I speak, so you can't see that I'm literally, like, gappy. And I would be, like, searching up videos of, like, what people look like, and I only ever found one other girl on TikTok with, like, gaps up there, and even that, it was just on one side, and I found it so frustrating because I couldn't like, relate to anyone. I couldn't look at videos and think, okay, there's someone a similar age that's going through the same thing. Like, it was really frustrating. So this is why I'm doing this video. Like, I just want to be able to, like, make people think they're not alone, because I was 16, I'm 19 now, I'll have these on until I'm about 20, and, like, it's nothing to be embarrassed about. Like, it's worth it. Like, you just gotta stick through it. It is worth it. So, they're getting there.
Right, so that's the end, but thank you for watching. I hope you found it useful. If you've got any questions, comment them down below and I will genuinely try and respond to as many as possible. Also, excuse my faces in all of these pictures. There's literally no other way of taking pictures of your teeth, hence why I've blurred out my face in most of them. But yeah, I hope that has been useful, basically, and that has made sense. I mean, I've never done a video before, so my editing is probably rubbish. I've probably cut it in the wrong place, but yeah, I hope you've got sort of an understanding of how it all went. This is like picture by picture, step by step. But yeah, definitely don't worry about it too much, and I'm always there to chat if anyone needs any advice.